Hey, this is Andres Biegrins, and you are watching Warriors Weekly.
After a recent practice in Oakland, Tim Roye had a chance to sit down with General Manager Larry Riley.
Well, Larry, as we proceed from the end of this season and head into next season, give me your thoughts, an overview of the club, where you see this team going, and what kind of things will you be trying to do in this offseason?
Well, there's a mountain of work to be done. There's no question about that. The obvious is that we're extremely pleased with our rookie, Stephen Curry. He has grown throughout the season. It's been a really good year for him. I've noticed him play against certain players who are pretty good, and the first time around they may school him a little bit, and then the second time, or maybe third, fourth, he's grown and gotten the best of them. And so we feel good about the rookie situation and our draft pick last year. I also feel that Monte Ellis has established himself again as a guy who's totally healthy and is one of the NBA's better players. So our backcourt is in pretty good shape. I like C.J. Watson. I like what he can do for us. C.J.'s just a guy that you can count on. He's reliable. He's now proven himself. And so we feel pretty good about the guard situation. We have some work to do, of course, with the other positions. One of those two draft picks is going to be 3, 4, or 5, and maybe both. But there'll be some good players in there. There'll be some guys that we can look at. We'll be able to make a decision and come up with somebody that's going to add to our team. I don't necessarily want to dwell on injuries because everybody knows the history of what's going on there. So I would simply say that I'm really looking forward to seeing Brandon Wright this summer. And he is going to play in the summer league. It looks like he'll be prepared to do that. We won't rush him, so I'm really anxious to see what he can get done there. I'm very anxious to have the whole core of the injured guys back so that we can put a team together. We have added through the D-League, as you're very well aware of. Reggie Williams will be a guy who will be with us, probably play in the summer league and play with us through the regular season next year. And I'm very excited about him. This guy is a pretty darn good player, and he's the right guy. Anthony Tolliver, of course, is another one who's done an outstanding job for us. There'll be some free agency work to be done this summer. We'll have to re-sign Anthony Morrow. We do have to look at CJ and his contract. There is the possibility that we can add another player through free agency, and we'll be working all those angles. Those top tier guys, which you'd call maybe the big 3 or big 4, we're not in that market. But hopefully there's a way to swing things around a little bit, and maybe we can get into the second tier. If we can get an established veteran, would really help us. A guy who understands what this whole business is all about and is a pro.
Let's talk about the 5 spot for a second. You've got 2 guys there, Andres Biegrins and Ronny Turiaf. And you'd have to think that if they're both coming back healthy, that you're okay there. You're fine.
I would think so. And I would also think that with Andres' injury, it would appear to be the kind of injury that the surgery should fix it. And he also has the summer to heal up. So I feel like we go into next season with a healthy Andres Biegrins. And I think Ronny, a summer's rest will be good for him, and I think he'll be able to play the minutes that we would like him to play the next season. So those 2 guys tend to shore up that 5 spot, and I think we're okay there. I do feel like it can't be any worse than it was this year, so and it should be a whole lot better.
What's the next step for Anthony Randolph?
Well, I think just conditioning through the summer and continuing to work on the skills of the game. He'll get in the gym and he'll work. And the main thing is to be physically conditioned very well, add a little bit more strength, and come to camp ready to go.
How excited are you heading into this offseason because of the fact that with all these pieces that are going to be coming back healthy next year, and the emergence of Steph Curry, Monte having a great year, how excited are you about all that?
Well, I do think that there's going to have to be a big jump in number of wins and what we can accomplish. I just don't see it going any other way. And our coaching staff, our players, and me, we're all tired of losing. And these guys need to get away from it. They need to have a few weeks off, and then we will work with them throughout the summer and come back with a fresh attitude and get out and get after it.
All right, Larry, thanks for the chat.
Thank you, Tim.